Well, here I am driving back from my daughter's doctor appointment, and I was just having a chat with her and telling her that it suddenly dawned on me today how all this Empower Network, like, what is it? And it came to me when I was talking with somebody earlier this morning, and they asked me, they said, well, how does it all fit together? And I realized that it's really like this analogy. When Dave was telling me yesterday, don't worry about me in the Middle East right now, you know, they've got these aircraft carrier fleets and they've got all these, you know, submarines protecting them. And, you know, I said, well, you know, what about like if there was an oil spill or something? He said, oh, no, you can't get near them because they've got all these other ships protecting it. And I realized that what Empower is that you can sit there and have your own, you know, it starts off kind of like going fishing, okay? Just bear with me a moment because I'm driving. And all of a sudden, you sit there and you've started off and you're sitting on a dock and you've got your little fishing pole and you're waiting for a fish from the ocean to sit there and pass by and to get the worm on your bait, you know, on your hook. Okay, well, that's fine. And how many chances is that going to go by? All of a sudden, for your $25, you've got a chance to go on that carrier. Not just a submarine and not just one of the protected boats, but that aircraft carrier, the one that sits in the middle, the big, huge one. Okay, well, now you're out there. And if you think of that's kind of like Empower Network. Okay, now what happens is they've got this, you know, say they're fishing as well. So they've got, instead of having airplanes on there, they've got fishing. And what they've done is they've got these nets, these huge nets, and they know right where to go and right where the fish are because they have sat there and got all the right sensors and they've got all the right people that have figured out where to go to get the biggest catch of fish. So they put them all in this big net, and then they give you a chance to sit there and have a fishing pole. You can start off with a single little fishing pole, and guess what? It just gets you a 25-cent fish, you know, a $25 fish. And what happens if a bigger fish comes on? Your fishing pole breaks. But, okay, so now you sit there and you go, well, gee, I'd like a bigger fish. And so you get maybe the next one. But guess what? If you're all in, it doesn't matter what size fish. If that big, huge whopper lands on there, you land it and it's yours. So having said that, all of a sudden, you know, I realized the idea about the size of the fishing pole. I realized about the size of the fish. But all of a sudden, all those fish in that net, the chances of them getting on with your bait, and guess what your bait is? The bait is you. It's sitting there and having you sit there and brand it as to who you are. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden, your lady in red gets to shine, just the craziness that she is. And I don't have to make excuses for it. I can be real. And all the videos that I've been watching, that was one of the common threads that I really noticed that these every single person is talking about. Not only is it getting to the event, and this next event that's in Anaheim, California, in I believe it's October, but the most important thing is to sit there and be yourself, be real. And so it was so funny. They were sitting there, and my daughter was sitting there saying, that video yesterday, that was really funny. That was really good. She said, funny equals money. And it was, so I went to bed last night. I'm sitting there going, okay, funny equals money. But my kids have never thought of me being funny. And, you know, I've had so many traumas and stuff like that in my life. My life really hasn't been all that funny. And I thought, when you've got 5 kids, hello, you've got all kinds of funny things that you can be talking about or sharing about. But the most important thing is just getting it out there and then having some kind of a catchy title that sits there and really encourages people to take a look. And why would they want to take the 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever to look at you? Maybe they've only got an hour of time. Or maybe they've only got 10 minutes on a break at work. But why would they want to maybe sit there and follow yours? Be consistent. Sit there and have a plan. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to start thinking of all the wonderfully funny things and every single thing that you see. It's kind of like the idea of your glass is half full or your glass is half empty. Well, things can be either funny or guess what? Everything can be so totally deadpan serious. So having said all of that, I just hope you guys have an awesome day. And I just wanted my daughter to quickly capture that while it came to me to sit there and have you realize that if these people that I'm listening to that, you know, are getting even in now and they are even jumping to the top of the leaderboards and they maybe only were just, they didn't know anything. There's no reason why you and I can't do that too. And I'm sitting there starting right now because I know just this one week, my other business that I've been involved with Take Shape for Life, all of a sudden that now is rocking and rolling just because I'm sitting there and connecting the people. And so just sit there and just go for it, and don't be afraid, because you know what? Those are the ones that sit there and just never make it. So God bless you and have a wonderful day. And as a footnote, Alexa.com is telling us that we are the most talked about website. We are #1 rating as of today. And if that isn't something to really be excited about, click the link below and find out more.